What if the bones in your Minecraft cave aren't just blocks, but something that moves on its own and hunts you down? Yo guys, this is total insanity. But listen up, because it happened to me and my crew in a live stream that went viral on TikTok a few weeks ago. It's me, your boy from Flamingo Horror, at my usual setup. Mic on camera, rolling. Testing spooky legends in Minecraft like we do on Myth Nights. That day, the chat was blowing up with ideas about a haunted seed that popped up in a Reddit thread back in September, where players swore it spawned caves with giant skeletons that came to life through digital glitches. A subscriber from Mexico named Diego DM'd me, saying in that seed, the bones moved on their own. Like an analog horror from those old glitched videos, inspiring Herobrine remixes on TikTok. I thought it was fake at first, but I saw clips where skeleton entities danced before attacking, twisted like a Skibidi toilet but as bony hunters. So, I decided to test it live with the team. We created a new world with the exact seed, the one they said was haunted since September in those Reddit threads. I spawned in with my usual skin, a dude in iron armor I use for exploring. I invited 3 subscribers, Diego, a girl from Peru named Lucia, who's a survival pro, and a guy from Venezuela, Carlos, who always finds weird glitches. The plan was simple: spawn in, mine down to a deep cave, and trigger the myth with a command floating around forums. Something like placing a specific bone on a makeshift altar. I'm not kidding, the vibe was heavy right from the start. The game's sound felt distorted, like bodycam footage in a metaverse, with echoes that didn't match Minecraft vanilla. We dug through a tunnel, breaking blocks, and suddenly, Lucia says in voice chat, "Yo, check my screen. There's a bone structure that shouldn't be there." We thought it was a normal spawner, but nope, it was like a giant skeleton made of blocks, with bones vibrating on their own. We went deeper, and bam, the first impossible move. Normally, mobs spawn with fixed patterns, but these bones reassembled themselves into an entity that chased us, mimicking real creaking sounds. I got so spooked I almost dropped my mouse, and the chat filled with skull emojis. Carlos yells, "Neto, check your inventory, something changed." I looked, and there it was, an item I didn't pick up, like a haunted skin that looked like Fortnitemares 2025, a glitched bone pumpkin with blinking eyes. How did it get there? Nobody knew, but I remembered a brain rat meme on TikTok, like Skibidi but with dancing bones that hunt you before breaking apart. We kept exploring, and things got crazier. In the main cave, the bone blocks didn't match the map, like the world was glitching out on its own. My skin moved slightly on its own on screen, like it was alive, and then a digital glitch pixeled everything like an old VHS tape. Lucia whispered, "Guys, I feel like we're being watched for real." We tried to leave, but the game trapped us with infinite caves, showing a chunk error but keeping us inside. Then came the second move. The skeleton entity appeared as mascot horror, with haunted bones that shifted shapes. First my armor, then Carlos's, and finally a Herobrine remix, but bony. It chased us through passages, and every time we neared the surface, a distorted flush sound dropped us deeper. It was like the world hunted us based on our real moves, because when I sped up, my character tripped on invisible blocks. We stopped for a sec to catch our breath, but the chat begged for more, saying try it with lights off or invite others. We brought in another subscriber, a girl from Chile named Valentina, who joined with a basic skin. We told her about the cursed bones, and she laughed at first, but as soon as she spawned, her screen showed a cross-game Easter egg, a block that looked like a Fortnite item, floating like a bone weapon that drew the giant skeleton. Valentina screamed, "No, no, it's assembling itself." The skeleton mimicked her perfectly, creaking joyous in her voice. That's when I knew it was viral material, because I recalled Reddit threads where players said myths like this wiped worlds if you didn't escape. We teamed up. I distracted the entity. Lucia hunted for diamonds for tools. Carlos used known glitches to break blocks fast, and Valentina recorded everything for shares on socials. The third move was the wildest. We were in the final chamber, the skeleton boss room, and suddenly, the bones multiplied, like a metaverse glitch, showing up on all our screens. It mimicked brainrot memes, dancing like Skibidi, but with creaks that froze our movement. My pulse was racing, and I thought, play smart, don't just panic. Like I always say in these legends, we found a pattern. The skeleton hated fire, so we used torches to weaken it. But just as we were escaping, a glitch made my skin betray me, moving against my controls like possessed. Lucia saved me with a virtual push, and we barely got out. When we closed the world, we checked. Nothing deleted. But there was a message in the game chat saying thanks for mining, with a vibrating bone emoji. Guys, that live got thousands of views, and the next day TikToks with remixes of our screams blew up. Diego posted a clip showing the Fortnite item in Minecraft, and people swore it was real. Tied to Fortnitemares 2025, Lucia DM'd me saying she has been seeing weird bone blocks in other worlds since then. But I think it's our minds messing with us. Or maybe not. We tested another myth like this in a later live, with subscribers using haunted seeds, but that's for another story. The crazy part. After that, more players reported caves with moving bones in Minecraft, like the glitch was spreading. Carlos found a forum saying it might be a mod experiment for Halloween, but with analog horror vibes that feel way too real. Back to that night, after we got out, we chatted on Discord about what went down. Valentina said she felt real cold, like the game affected her room. I told them about a September Reddit thread where a seed spawned haunted structures that inspired mods, and maybe that connected it all. Lucia mentioned a metaverse bodycam video where players recorded myths live, and ours felt similar. We decided to do more interactive streams, inviting the crew to test myths for massive shares. Picture this, you're in the chat, suggesting the next seed, and suddenly, you're part of the legend. But it doesn't end there. A few days later, I went back to the world alone to check, and the haunted bones were still in the cave, even though I'd destroyed them. I tried mining them, and bam, a subtle move. The screen glitched, showing an empty cave with bony entities dancing like twisted memes. I quit fast, but recorded it for the channel. Now, every time I mine, I wonder if the skeleton recognizes me. Guys, if you try this, do it with friends, and remember, in Minecraft, legends can feel real if you don't play smart. That experience made me think about how games in 2025 evolve with trends. Like mascot horror where normal blocks turn traitor. I saw similar stuff in Fortnitemares, but in Minecraft with bone caves, it's next level. A subscriber sent me a TikTok of a Herobrine remix in caves, and it fit perfectly. Carlos and I are planning a cross-game collab, testing if a Fortnite item triggers myths in other worlds, but subtle, like viral Easter eggs. In the end, we survived by a hair, but the adrenaline was worth it. If something like this happens to you, share it, but not alone at night. Hold up, I'm not done, because there's more details. During the live, when the skeleton cornered us, we used a community trick, placing water to slow it down, like in brainrot memes where flow breaks the glitch. It worked, and we escaped laughing, though still spooked. Lucia recorded her POV, and in her video, you can clearly see the bones shifting shapes, like digital analog horror. Valentina later told me she dreamed about the cave, with a skeleton hunting her in an infinite world. I told her, bro, it's just the hype, but who knows? On Reddit, threads about haunted experiences exploded that month, and our myth joined the list. Diego posted proof with screenshots of the glitch, and thousands replicated it. Now, in Minecraft, there are servers dedicated to hunting these impossible caves, like legend clubs. Guys, if you dive in, look for the secret seed I mentioned, but be careful. I tried it again with the crew, and this time, the skeleton mimicked subscriber sounds from the chat, creaking real names. That was peak psychological terror, playful but intense. When we escaped, the lesson was clear. In games like this, play smart, watch patterns, don't mine late without thinking. That saves worlds and nerves. And that's how our adventure wrapped. But the legends keep coming. In 2025, with trends like these, Minecraft is a goldmine for viral stories. If you see weird bones, you might be next in the chain. It's your boy from Flamengo Horror, reminding you that game scares are fun when you share them. Catch you soon.